So, for World of Warships, they have various different Halloween co-op objectives. And for the most part, most of them seem to be around defeating this one really strong battleship called the Rasputin. And the hostile forces are surrounding that. So this seems to be the only operation as of the time that I'm recording this, and it looks like they're forcing me to use this. Which this is actually a submarine, which World of Warships as of right now has never actually used submarines before, as far as I'm aware. However, they have actually in the past with the ARS Nova cooperation, that they have had commanders specialized for the ARP I-101 401 submarine, and it says that it's tier 11. And also, what is really weird is that they have a different icon for that than the new submarine icon. Maybe they just forgot that they already had a submarine icon. I don't know. But so I have never actually played any of this before. I have done some of their Halloween events before for World of Warships, but I haven't done any this year as of yet. So just like World of Tanks, I'm going in blind for this. And it looks like submarines have very good concealment. Their mobility is roughly about the same as a cruiser. They have terrible anti-aircraft defenses and okay-ish torpedoes, and absolutely nothing as of for main guns and low HP. Okay. And I didn't even use any of my skill points either, so let's go with priority target, I guess. How much range do these have? 8 kilometers. It doesn't even say the torpedo speed, so okay. Let's go with adrenaline rush, I guess. It has no anti-aircraft defenses, so that's kind of pointless. Do that. Yeah, like none of these skills are really all that useful from what I can tell. So let's just do that, and like really, I just don't really see how I don't see how the firing training ones, which are the ones that I usually get for most of my ships, that they would be useful, because this thing has no anti-aircraft defenses. I guess I could go with radio location. I have never actually used radio location before, so okay, well, I guess that's gonna be what I'm gonna go with. I kind of wanted to be a little bit quicker than that, but I really didn't look very hard on the skills and stuff for submarines, because I figured that I would be playing the other ships, the battleship, cruiser, and destroyers that you get from before. I thought that they would have me play those, but I guess we're gonna see submarine gameplay, so that's a bonus. And it says we have torpedoes, normal torpedoes, and freezing torpedoes. What is the difference? One is faster. Oh, normal torpedoes do a lot more damage. Okay. And it looks like we have 2 freezing torpedoes and 4 normal torpedoes.
Action stations.
Okay, so using F and C, we can dive
Enemy force detected.
underwater. And we do have, from the look of it, an oxygen limit. And it looks like the deeper underwater you go, the less detectable you are. Okay. This is definitely a whole lot different than normal gameplay, I will say that much. That might hit him. Well, I guess this is what it looks like underwater, but at the same time we can't actually from the look of it when we're that deep underwater. Huh. This is definitely very interesting. I'm guessing if you run out of oxygen, your ship just explodes. I mean, that would be my guess. Well, the secondary guns can sort of hit the catapults, I guess. Doing a little bit of damage, but not all that much, honestly. Yeah, like those secondary guns really don't do all that much. They really don't. So I'm guessing the catapults only attack you if you are spotted above water. That's what it looks like. Trying not to hit my teammate right there, but he's just directly in my line of fire. Hopefully I don't hit him with this. Honestly, I don't know if I would really say that I like this gameplay or not. I would definitely say that it's unique, but
Torpedoes to port. Torpedoes to port.
also the torpedoes seem to also
Battleship destroyed.
they seem to reload on their own rather than being a clip. It's kind of like the auto reloaders
Torpedoes to starboard.
from World of Tanks. So it's really interesting, but at the same time, I don't know if I would say that this gameplay is really my style of gameplay. It kind of feels like you are a less maneuverable destroyer with less detectability, granted, but I don't know. I really do like the torpedo speed though. 76 knots. It actually feels like I can hit opponents a lot more reliably with these. But at the same time, with everyone using these torpedoes, it's also kind of hard to actually hit something before they die as well. So let's... Okay, it says
direct front.
eliminate all foes, which
Torpedoes
pretty
direct
much
front.
done that already, and discover the location of the Black Forest, Black Bear Castle, and save at least 3 submarines enemies. No secondary guns can apparently hit anything. I really do like the auto reloading torpedoes though. That is quite nice. I kind of wish in some cases that the British destroyers had that, but that would probably make them pretty overpowered. So I won't actually ask for that. I don't think my torpedoes are actually really gonna hit him. Oh, there's a Rasputin. Trying to refill my oxygen bar, but
Torpedoes dead ahead.
That is a lot of enemy torpedoes even.
Torpedoes, dead ahead.
What I'm curious to
Torpedoes to
see
starboard.
is, what does diving to the deepest depths do, well, besides reduce your concealment, and by how much? So, there's also mines if you dive too deep. So, your detectability in the first stage is 3 kilometers, and then if you dive the second stage, you get 2 kilometers, and then probably 1 kilometer, and so on. And it looks like we got every task done. Nice. I did 100,000 damage, and even got a trophy. 5,000 experience too. Wow. Honestly, I didn't really feel like I did a whole lot in that. Oh, I guess Tier 9 Leviathan battleship. Rasputin is considered a Tier 9 as well. You would think that that would be considered a Tier 10 if anything. So let's see here. So I gained 100,000 credits profit, and I gained 3,000 experience, plus a daily mission thing, and daily win bonus, and commander XP. Okay. Earn elite commander experience. So basically, with these different ships, it looks like this is a really good way of earning elite commander experience. And elite commander experience is basically you can redistribute your commander's skill points. Instead of using doubloons, you can use elite commander experience, and you gain elite commander experience by having a captain with 19 skill points, which is doable, but you have to play that ship quite a bit in order to actually get that. So I got 3 different containers, might as well open these. I get a pretty good economical camouflage there. Another one that gives experience, that's good. And more camouflage, alright. Then for the normal container, I pretty much always choose more resources because it seems like those containers always contain something that I might want. Like, not only does it contain coal and that stuff for the arsenal, but it also has a higher chance of getting equal speed London flags and even some other ones. And I would rather have a commander experience one or an experience flag rather than a flag that does a combat bonus. Like, for an example, like fire extinguishing flag or like any of these flags that does like a extremely tiny combat buff. Usually I don't care to use those. So well, we got a new submarine here, and it looks like it has less hit points. It has slightly more. Whoops, no, I did not mean to do that. We got 2 freezing, and then 4 normal. And this has 2 of 3 different types. So you have freezing, Normal torpedoes. Normal torpedoes. 56 knots versus okay. So basically this one's better for having more torpedoes on one target, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, that seems to pretty much be it for submarine gameplay. I think it's interesting, and I think they did balance submarines pretty well for this event. I know we're not actually fighting any players, but I think that they did a pretty decent job on figuring out how they should work with everything and the different depths that you can dive your submarine down to. I think that was a pretty neat mechanic. But the only thing is that there wasn't really a reason to go deeper than the first stage, that first bracket of depth. And because it basically halved your detection, and going even deeper, not only did it make it so you can't use your weapons anymore, it didn't really add that much of a bonus to your concealment. And also, it, from the look of it, there was also mines that you had to maneuver around if you dived that deep. So it definitely could have been better for that anyway. And even though that you were given nearly 2 minutes of oxygen, if you dive deeper than probably like the second stage, that second bracket of depth, it just seems like you really run the risk, unless you're really paying attention to your oxygen level, that you might run out so quickly that you might not have time to come all the way back up because of how long it can take. So submarine gameplay, I mean, I would say it was a neat concept. I don't think that playstyle is really for me, though. I think I would probably rather stick with playing with destroyers, because dealing with the depths and also the fact that you don't actually have guns and you only have forward firing torpedoes, I just think that it would be very difficult for me to get the hang of that if it was an actual researchable playstyle. And I also think that if they did add submarines, a lot of people would not like that too. So I don't think, personally, I don't think they will add submarines as a researchable tech tree. But if they did, I would say, I don't know if I would say they're necessarily balanced quite right against everything, but at the same time, I think they did a pretty good job for a concept of it. And then here's the different ships I was talking about that I thought that I was going to play one of these. I thought that I was going to play one of these different ships, but for some reason the operation of the week, as they call it, was only for tier 7 submarines, which I only had the one, so yeah. So I definitely will say that this event, I don't know how many days it has left. I think it said, as of me recording this, it has roughly 10 days left, and it is probably your best bet. If you do not have a commander that has 19 skill points or anywhere close to that, this is probably your best event, or an event like this where they give you a 19 skill commander for free to get elite commander experience, because every single battle that you do is going to add to that. Like, I just got 5,000 elite commander experience just from that one battle, and also it is pretty economical as well. Like, as you saw there, I didn't really feel like I did that much in that battle. I mean, maybe I did well, I don't know, but I gained over 100,000 credits for that, and it's also a very cheap amount of service. So if you don't have a premium ship of some kind, this might be a decent way to gain credits as well. So I think that's pretty much it for this Halloween event. Unless I happen to log in on a day where they allow me to play these other ships, and they even have unique abilities like this ship, the Magnus, allows you to heal HP around your ship, like any allies around it, so that's pretty cool. And this one, the Tier 8 destroyer, gets healed by whatever the filth is and whatnot. So yeah, this Halloween event, it has been pretty cool. I kind of wish that they wouldn't restrict what you actually play as for the operational week. Like, why not add 2 different operations for the week instead of just one? But yeah, I am glad that I was able to show some Submarine gameplay and get to play it for myself, because that was pretty unique. And I do like the concept. I just don't think that playstyle would be for me. I think I would rather play as a destroyer personally, and even though the destroyers are kind of hard to play admittingly, especially in the higher tiers. So before I ramble on too much, I'm going to end it here. Thank you very much for watching, and have a wonderful day.